In this video, we're featuring the second part of our exploration into the Paramecia-type devil fruits in One Piece. We'll focus on the profound impact these devil fruits have on the storyline and the destinies of the characters, from the New World arc to the final chapters. We'll focus on the abilities of these Paramecia-type devil fruits and their unique ways of usage, which have been a hot topic among Japanese fans, providing intriguing insights. If you ever find yourself thinking, I'd love to try out this devil fruit power myself, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm eager to hear from you in the comments. The devil fruit power I'd most like to try is the XX fruit. If you haven't seen the first part, covering from the East Blue arc to the Summit War saga, make sure to check it out too. Now, let's plunge into the deep world of One Piece. Now, let's delve into the Paramecia-type devil fruits that appeared in the New World saga of One Piece. First up is the ability of Vanderdecken's Mark fruit. This unique power allows him to target anyone he touches, ensuring that anything he throws will hit its mark, no matter what. He can even use this ability to control massive objects like the giant ship Noah by throwing weapons or other items. Next, we have Kinemon's ability known as the Garb fruit. Though it's portrayed as somewhat underwhelming in the story, it allows the user to create any type of clothing. Following that is the Arms fruit, an upgrade to the Dice fruit. This powerful fruit enables its user to transform parts of their body into various weapons, handling anything from guns and swords to missiles. The user, Baby 5, may not seem like an obvious upgrade from Das Bone's ability, but her power could be considered truly formidable. Then there's Buffalo's Spin fruit ability. With this, he can rotate parts of his body, functioning like a propeller to fly or create gusts of wind. While similar to the Wheel fruit seen in Enies Lobby, the Spin fruit's ability to fly with propellers instead of wheels might just make it a more competent power. One of the highlights in the Dressrosa saga is Bartolomeo's ability, the Barrier fruit. Previously possessed by Simimaru, Bartolomeo has now become its new wielder. Arguably, this fruit allows the creation of the most robust barriers in the series, forming them with a simple cross of the fingers. Remarkably, these barriers can even withstand the furious attacks of Odin. Next up is Leo's So fruit ability, the one he used to capture Robin. This devil fruit enables the user to stitch together living beings or objects like fabric, offering a wide range of applications. Interestingly, being stitched by this ability doesn't cause any pain. Following is Viola's Glare fruit. This power grants abilities akin to clairvoyance, peeking into others' thoughts, and even showing one's own thoughts to someone else. Additionally, it can even see through clothing, making it a truly versatile ability. Then there's Joro's Art fruit ability, which can turn anything into art. This remarkable power can transform anything, be it objects or living beings, into art pieces, and it can even be lethal in the process. Despite its seemingly benign appearance, this power is incredibly potent. Once transformed into art, the subject can't utilize their original abilities and might even face the risk of losing their life. Next up, we have what could arguably be called the weakest devil fruit in One Piece history, the Jacket fruit. This peculiar fruit grants the ability to turn oneself into a jacket and take over the personality of whoever wears it. However, the catch is that the user needs someone strong to wear them for the power to be effective. In the story, this ability was uniquely utilized by a fighter with great combat sense but a small frame, and his brother who was physically imposing but lacked fighting skills. Nevertheless, stronger opponents might neutralize this ability using haki, and realistically, few would opt to wear a random jacket they find, rendering the ability somewhat ineffective. Following this is Gladius's Pop fruit ability. Similar to the Bomb fruit, it uniquely allows the user to swell up and burst inorganic materials upon touch. The user can also explode themselves without suffering damage. Then there's Treebowl's Stick fruit, which enables control over a sticky substance. Intriguingly, this substance is highly flammable, igniting when set on fire. The stick-stick fruit allows for various applications, such as pulling objects closer with its stickiness or altering one's body shape by coating themselves in it. Next, we introduce the Habi-Habi fruit, often considered one of the strongest devil fruits in One Piece. This fruit's power enables the user to turn touched living beings into toys. The truly terrifying aspect of this ability is that anyone transformed into a toy is completely erased from the memories of others. Those transformed into toys cannot defy any contracts made in their toy state, making it impossible to revert back to their original form unless a miracle like Usopp's occurs. Additionally, once consumed, this fruit halts aging, essentially granting immortality. The specifics of its lifespan remain unknown, but it's undoubtedly a formidable ability. Following is the Swim fruit, wielded by both Sailor Punk and the Jinbei Seraphim. This ability allows the user to swim through solid ground, enabling surprise attacks from underground, dodging attacks by swimming through the earth, and enhancing the damage of throwing techniques. While it lacks direct offensive power, it excels in combat support. Particularly for the Jinbei Seraphim and the Fishman genes, it significantly boosts their baseline combat abilities. Finally, we have the Tun fruit, an upgrade to the Kilo fruit. This ability allows the user to control their weight from 0 to 10,000 tons, using it to launch devastating attacks. The thought of leaping high into the air and then crashing down with 10,000 tons is terrifyingly powerful. Next, we turn to Diamante's Ripple fruit from the Don Quixote family. This intriguing devil fruit grants the power of a flag human, allowing any object, even the ground, to flutter like a flag. The ability to flutter objects doesn't change their texture or mass, enabling surprise counterattacks and ambushes by catching opponents off guard. Following that, we have the Stone fruit ability, wielded by one of the top executives of the Don Quixote family. It allows the user to assimilate with stones or rocks they touch, manipulating their shape at will. Imagine taking over an entire stone palace. That's the power we're talking about. Next is Kanjuro from Wano Country with the Brush fruit. This fruit brings to life anything drawn, even endowing creatures with consciousness, and it can make drawn food edible. However, the effectiveness of this ability is heavily dependent on the user's artistic skill. Poor drawings might not perform as expected. Then there's Manshari's Heal fruit. This fruit enhances biological healing, repairing injuries, and even granting temporary super recovery. It can also extract healing properties from one person and transfer them to another, making it an exceptional support ability. Lastly, for Dressrosa we have the Suit fruit with crow abilities. The exact classification of this devil fruit is unclear, but it's likely a Paramecia-type. It transforms parts of the user's body, made of soot, into crows or spears for attacks and transportation. It can deflect attacks with its soot-based nature, suggesting it might be a special type of devil fruit like those of Magellan or Katakuri. Starting with the whole Cake Island arc, the first ability we'll discuss is Big Mom's Soul fruit. This incredible power allows her to extract lifespans from others and infuse those souls into animals and plants. Moreover, the incarnations created from Big Mom's own soul, like Zeus, Prometheus, and Napoleon, act as formidable weapons. The terrifying aspect of this ability is that it can instantly take away lifespans if the target feels a hint of fear or death, making fearlessness the best counter. Next, we have Diesel's ability, but due to its obscurity, we'll move on to the next one. With Brulee's Mirror fruit, she can create a separate world within mirrors, named the Mirror World. This world is inaccessible unless Brulee is present, allowing her to trap enemies inside. Perospero's Lick fruit generates candy from his body, which he can manipulate at will. His sense of artistry allows him to create beautiful candy sculptures. The Bis fruit possesses the ability to endlessly produce biscuits by clapping hands, enabling the creation of an infinite number of soldiers. These soldiers, when coated with armament haki, become extremely powerful, making them nearly indestructible except by techniques like Gear 4. The ability to endlessly produce soldiers of such strength truly classifies it as one of the most powerful devil fruits. Next up, we have the Butter fruit. While the details of this ability are sparse, it seems to involve manipulating butter at will. Then there's Book fruit, Mondor's ability. This power allows him to pull living beings into a book world and restrain them. Even Luffy, Nami, and the Germa siblings like Yanzi and Nizi were captured by this ability. Its ability to restrain even someone like Luffy indicates its formidable strength. Moving on, we have Charlotte Opera's Cream fruit, the Cream ability. He can produce cream from his body and manipulate it, using its sweetness for attacks. However, the intricacies of this ability are unclear, so let's proceed to the next one. Now, we turn our attention to Smoothie's ability. She can wring out the essence from living beings and objects, similar to wringing out a cloth. The extracted liquid is absorbed and the wrung out victims become dehydrated. Continued absorption allows her to grow in size, and when enlarged, Smoothie can unleash powerful attacks. Her ability posed a significant challenge to the Straw Hat Pirates, showcasing its immense power and versatility. Next up, let's dive into Baron Tamago's ability, known as the Egg fruit. This intriguing ability allows transformation from Egg Baron to Chick Baron and then to Chicken Baron. A fascinating aspect of this power is its potential immortality, being able to revive in different forms after defeat, leading to speculations of being indestructible. However, it's a puzzle why injuries like cuts regenerate, but eye injuries do not heal, suggesting possible conditions for revival or varying effects due to haki. Moving on, we have Pudding's Memo fruit ability. This ability allows manipulation of human memory, capable of erasing or editing memories at will. Mental manipulation abilities, especially under the Paramecia-type, are extraordinarily powerful, almost cheat-like in nature. As for Bobbin's ability, it remains largely unknown. Due to limited battle scenes, details are scarce, but his ability to put soldiers to sleep after being kicked by Sanji suggests some form of hypnotic power. Given that many members of the Big Mom Pirates are ability users, it's speculated that Bobbin might possess a devil fruit ability related to hypnosis. Next, let's talk about Katakuri, the number 2 of the Big Mom Pirates, and his unique Paramecia-type Mochi fruit ability. With this ability, he can produce and manipulate mochi at will. It can increase its mass and transform freely, often considered a superior version to the unawakened Gum fruit. However, Katakuri's specialty lies in his strong observation haki, allowing him to evade attacks in a manner similar to Logia types. Moving on, we have the Puff fruit. This Lampman type ability enables summoning a genie by rubbing the body. This is Charlotte Daifuku's ability, where the genie obeys his commands. Interestingly, Puff refers to the glass cover of a lamp, possibly alluding to the magic lamp. Next is the Heat fruit, Uffin's ability, capable of generating intense heat from the body, effective even underwater, causing much trouble for the fishmen. Following is Stusen's Cook fruit ability. This fascinating ability allows transforming anything into food. For instance, cutting rocks turns them into cream puffs, and logs into hams. Finally, we have the Pile fruit ability. It's a unique power that allows fusion with others. In the story, we've seen the ability in action when the decouplets combine. Next up, we delve into the ability of Morley, a member of the Revolutionary Army known as the Push fruit. This ability allows pushing anything aside without destruction, creating cavities in the displaced area. It was notably used during the infiltration of Mary Joie and in creating the special area Impel Down 5.5. Following Morley, we have Bello Betty and her Pump fruit ability. With a wave of her flag, she can inspire and awaken the inner strength of people around her, instilling them with the courage to fight. This ability played a pivotal role in rescuing the citizens of the Lucia Kingdom when they were attacked by the Peachbeard pirates under the flag of the 4 Emperors, Blackbeard. Next, let's explore the ability of Tama from the Wano Country arc, the Millet fruit. She can create kibidango, millet dumplings, by tearing off her cheeks and feeding them to animals, turning them into her servants. Though it doesn't work on humans, it's effective on those with the smile abilities. Moving on, we have Toki's ability, the Time Fruit. This unique ability allows her to send not only herself, but others into the future, although she can't travel back to the past. She used this power to jump 20 years into the future, a move that ultimately saved Momonosuke and led to the reclaiming of Wano country. Interestingly, Toki came from a time 800 years in the future, confirming the existence of devil fruits in that era. Following is Shinobu's power, the Ripe Fruit. This ability allows her to decay or mature anything she touches. She used it to create holes in the ground and even to age Momonosuke into an adult, proving to be a crucial asset. Next up is Raizo's Scroll Fruit ability. He possesses the power to roll anything up, which can then be unleashed as an attack. A notable use of this power was when he rolled up Kaido's Boro Breath and used it to counterattack. Let's delve into the Devil Fruit abilities introduced in the final arc. First up is Don Q from the Blackbeard Pirates with his Sick Fruit. This ability inflicts diseases that can spread to others. Remember the scene where Law turned into a woman? That was due to this ability. The Becoming a Woman disease is a unique creation of Don Q, suggesting his power to create non-existent diseases, possibly even a Becoming Nika disease. Next is Van Augur's Warp Fruit ability, also from the Blackbeard Pirates. The specifics of this instant teleportation ability are still unclear, but it's a game changer, especially for a sniper like him. Depending on the range, it could render him virtually invincible. Moving on to Burgess and his Strength Fruit. This likely turns him into a superhumanly strong individual, demonstrated by lifting mountains. However, its impressiveness is somewhat diminished since Jaws also showcase similar strength. If it allows control over all forms of strength, its potential might be formidable. We'll have to wait for more details to assess its true power. Moving on, let's discuss the abilities of Vegapunk from the Egghead arc, starting with the Brain Fruit. Eating this devil fruit grants one the extraordinary ability to memorize unlimited knowledge. As a result, the brain enlarges in proportion to the amount of knowledge acquired. However, there's a downside to this transformation: an enlarged head. This characteristic makes it less appealing to anyone other than Vegapunk. Next up is Avalo Pizarro of the Blackbeard Pirates and his ability, the Isle Fruit. This devil fruit is said to surpass the powers of the Stone Fruit, allowing its user to merge themselves with an entire island. However, due to its large scale, it also has significant drawbacks compared to the Stone Fruit. For example, Pika can withstand being cut without issue, but Avalo Pizarro feels pain when struck. This suggests that the larger the scale, the more vulnerabilities it may have. Additionally, let's touch upon the ability of a character from Sword, the Whip Fruit. This power is possessed by Suru's grandson Peacock. Rather than using a whip for attack, it enables the user to train others with it. In the story, we see this used to train buildings, guiding the pirates of Hachinosu. Lastly, let's introduce the ability of Prince Gru, the Glorp Fruit. Similar to the Bis Fruit, but it's a Logia-type, allowing the creation of soldiers with Logia-type properties. While the soldiers made from the Bis Fruit are strong, those from the Logia-type are practically immortal, making them a formidable challenge. This ability provides a significant advantage in combat, especially considering the strength of the Bis Fruit soldiers and the immortality of the Logia-type troops. Lastly, let's dive into the 94th ability, Shiki's Float Fruit. While Shiki doesn't use this ability in the main storyline, it's featured in the movie and has appearances in the manga, so it's worth discussing. This ability allows the user to make anything they touch float, defying gravity, and they can even make themselves levitate. The most terrifying aspect of this power is the ability to manipulate seawater, the weak point of all Devil Fruit users. With this control over seawater, a user can defeat other ability users in a single blow. And with that, we conclude the second half of our introduction to the Paramecia-type devil fruits. We've explored a wide array of these fruits. How did you find them? For those who haven't seen the first half, covering from the East Blue to the Paramount War arcs, I highly recommend checking it out. This channel posts summaries, explanations, and ranking videos related to One Piece. If you like One Piece, we would be happy if you could support us by subscribing to our channel and commenting. Thank you for watching till the end. See you in the next video.